Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Royal Sussex Live. Welcome, one and all. Wait, is that working? Let me see. Why is that so small? Hello. Yeah. Okay. Why is that so? Oh, there it is. I was like, don't I have another option somewhere? That's the one. Did I just say the one? Looks like we made it. Look how far we come, my baby. We might have taken the long way. Every time I say the one, I always think of that song. Oh, the mic was off. Sorry about that. Um, yeah, I did that. I was taking a sip, but maybe I just should just leave it on, right? Refreshing. Okay. Anyway, thank you so much for being here. And yeah, we're good. Anyway, I said a whole bunch of stuff, but I won't repeat it. Happy birthday. Cookies and cream wishing you happy birthday and many happy returns of the day. You don't have to tell us how many times you've been around the sun, but you're a very important person here at the Royal Sussex, and of course, in the whole of the Sussex Squad community. So, anyway, here we go. Happy birthday, Cookies and Cream. Many happy returns of the day. And once again, we love you and thank you so much for watching Royal Sussex. And look at there, you got your own custom birthday card. Yeah, look at that. Cookies and cream cake, cookies and cream ice cream. You're good to go. Wow, that looks good though, doesn't it? Cookies and cream. Oh, thank you very much. My birthday is the 3rd of November. Yep, the 3rd of November. Um, I share birthdays with a few celebrities, politicians, comedians, you know, those kind of people. But yeah, Anna Wintour, Dolph Lundgren, Charles Bronson, Lulu. Um, yeah, it's a few people. Fun day that day. I always say I was born in November because somebody caught a chill in February. Let that sink in. Hey Sherry Ware. Okay. Anyway, I don't think we'll be here more than an hour. All right. As ever, um, with love, Megan. As ever, with love, Megan. Or is it with love, Megan? As ever, either direction you go, um, things are still so rosy for our Duchess, and she's really been getting her flowers this past week. So I'm so glad for that. It's long overdue, but again, whenever they push too hard, it seems to bring out, um, shall we say, it seems to bring out the everyday person who's not so much a squatty, right? The just the general, you know, population, the average layperson, people with no affiliations and such, they keep seeing all of this stuff popping up on their social media, and they're just like, what is going on? And so finally, you could easily answer that question. There's a lot of jealousy, and of course, the usual racism and misogyny, those kind of things. And unfortunately, it, as Madeleine Albright, the former Secretary of State, the late Secretary of State, Madeleine Albright, would say, there is a special place in hell for women who don't help other women. Women who do not help other women, there's a special place in hell for them. But it's not just the women that's been speaking up and speaking out. Men have been speaking up and speaking out um, in numbers like we've never seen before. So, um, and I'm glad for it because it takes the edge off because there's so much negativity out there that I normally I would have had a meltdown by now, but that didn't happen because of all the positivity. So I think Megan looks so beautiful right there. That, of course, was at the event for Variety. You know, when we used to like Variety, the industry newspaper that has gone rogue and become a gossip rag, that Variety. Oh, Lydia says a prayer request for health and healing for Jose Williams, who is recovering after 10 days in the hospital. Oh my goodness. Absolutely, we're going to be sending some prayers and all kind of positive energy for you. All of the healing. So yeah, you guys, make sure you send out those prayers for Jose Williams. 10 days in the hospital. Wow. Yeah, by the time they say we're going to send you home, it's like you don't believe it until you get out of there, right? Wow. I'm so sorry to hear that you were in there like that, but I hope that it means that you're on the road to a speedy recovery. And thank you, Lydia Washington, for the super chat. Okay, Linda, thank you so much for the super sticker. And thank you for being here. Okay. All right. Thank you, Bunny Rose is sending prayers. All right. Hey, Novi D. Mary H is here. Okay. So again, the Archwell production company includes that docuseries, Harry and Meghan, Polo, Heart of Invictus, and now With Love, Meghan. And someday very soon, it is going to include Meet Me at the Lake. Meet Me at the Lake. That was a very popular book. And of course, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, well, they took out the option for that book. So they are going to be working on that at some point. And anyway, I'm excited. I am excited. I feel like I need to go ahead and read the book before they get much further, right? Because I hear the book was pretty good. That'll be my project for the weekend. Relatable royalty. Why With Love Meghan resonates with Black women like me. Now, Janelle S. Powell. I don't think I had ever heard of her before, but I believe that is her on the right side there. And she has, I guess, a web page, a blog. Yeah, I guess you call it a blog, right? Thank you for stopping by. Thank you so much for visiting my little corner of the internet. It means the world to me that you taken the time to explore my blog. Oh, yeah, it is a blog. And share in the stories, tips, and inspiration I've poured into this space. Whether you're here for a quick read or a deep dive, I hope you found something that resonates with you. Your support and curiosity are what keeps this blog alive and thriving. Come back soon. I can't wait to share more with you. I like her. And you know what? The other thing I like, as I say, representation matters. If you're a talented writer, it doesn't matter. If you're a creative person, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what race or religion, none of that stuff matters. But if you are a dyed in the wool monarchist, a Brexit tier, MAGA supporter, as well as I would say brainwashed, gaslit, um, what's another one? If you're so beholden to that institution, then I have no use for you. I don't even consider you a journalist. I don't even consider you a credible writer. Um, yeah, I have no use for you. Those are the people that will tell a lie. They will make up stuff. They will go on the internet. They will go into our YouTube channels, TikToks, Instagrams, and such, and they will try to find material so it can help them shape the next misleading article about the Duchess of Sussex. So hopefully, and of course, I do believe there are some, there are plenty of people that look just like Meghan that have been horrible toward her and to humanity, if you ask me. But it's good to have a mixture of people because if is it Janelle writes about her experience, or should I say, if she has to speak about Meghan's experience, I'm just going to assume that at some point in her life, she may have actually experienced the type of microaggressions and racism that Meghan has experienced. So I would like to hear from someone like Miss Powell than, let's say, oh, I don't know, Angela Levin. So anyway, the article says, so can we talk about With Love, Megan on Netflix? I know. There's been a lot of chatter about it. Some folks thought it was out of touch, maybe a little too glam. But for me and for so many Black women, I know it was like a breath of fresh air. It felt real. I like her already. Let's be honest, seeing Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, just being herself, cooking, baking, decorating, hosting, it was like looking into a mirror in a way. That's the whole act of service thing. We show love through what we do. We cook up a storm for our loved ones. We make those little handmade gifts that mean the world. We create cozy spaces. It's a language we speak fluently. Watching Megan in her element, it sparked something in me. It reminded me of all the little things I love doing at home and things that make me feel grounded and connected. Life gets busy, right? Sometimes we forget to nurture the side of ourselves. That side of ourselves, but this shows it was a gentle nudge, a reminder to get back to it. So I am going to share the link for this article, and I hope you will. I think you can get a newsletter from her, and you can follow her on social media. So I'm gonna put the link at the top of the chat so that you can you can follow her. I've already followed her on social media. There we go. And I will post that to the top of the chat. And I do hope everyone has signed up to Feminagra because that one is coming up next. But let me see here. Yeah, see there? I like her already. And looking at her blog, you can, she got some pretty cool things going on there. Oh wow! It looks. Let me see. Inspired by Megan, my DIY dehydrated citrus adventure. You know, I would like to try that dehydrated citrus because I'm thinking that I would like to try that with some iced tea. I would like to try that with some iced tea. Just put a wedge in my iced tea. But it looks so cool, and I could see myself just like dipping it in the iced tea and then just like kind of munching on it. But that looks cool. Yeah. She's got a nice blog here. So, yeah, I am going to follow her. And I hope you all will too. Again, the link is up there at the top. Okay, Joan Garcia says, Baron, after Megan, some guys now want to cook. Yes, yes, indeed. I've seen some of those TikToks and such. Thank you very much for the super chat. And Linda, thank you for becoming a member of Royal Sussex. Okay. Share your thoughts with, is it Janelle? I hope I'm saying her name right. Janelle. It's Janelle. Okay. Yeah, share your thoughts with Janelle. Oh, okay. Stress-free Sundays, how to prep for uh I guess a stress-free Sunday. Oh, how to prep for a productive week. How to prep for a yeah, she got some good stuff here. She got some really good stuff here. Making healthy sweet potatoes. Uh-huh. Okay. It looks like we just had a 39th birthday. Yeah, looks like she just had a 39th birthday. Okay. Very, very cool. I like her already. Okay, so let's keep moving here. Take okay. Thank you again, Linda, for becoming a member. And Cookies and Cream wants to say hi to a few people on Cookie and Cream's birthday. We don't know how many years it's been, but on Cookies and Cream's birthday, no obligation to tell us. Hello, Ivy here. All right, moving on. Excuse me. With Love, Meghan renewal exposes failed smear campaign, the lies, the hate, and the truth. Now, if you're going to grab that link I put at the top of the chat for Janelle S. Powell's blog, go ahead and grab it or rewind, watch again later, whatever. But I'm going to post this one up next. Feminagra, who always has some amazing articles about our Duchess. So I am going to see, we got to support people that are being positive. And if you're going to share something, share some of these blogs and these online magazines. These are things that we can share that won't cause us to have like a mental health setback. Okay. This is the kind of stuff we need to share. So I'm going to replace the pin. There you go, Feminagra. So the critics declared Meghan Sussex's Netflix show With Love, Meghan a failure before it even aired. The media insisted that the lifestyle series was unwatchable, that Netflix regretted its deal with the Sussexes, and that Meghan's career in entertainment was over. Headlines called the show pointless and predicted it would be axed. But now Netflix has renewed the show for a second season, proving those narratives false. You guys, if you remember the trailer, just the trailer got more views than you could shake a stick at. Just the trailer. When you look at the analytics, you can find in the analytics, okay, I get analytics for Royal Sussex. And I don't know individually where this person is or that person is, that kind of stuff. But as a group, I can tell you the medium age of the average Royal Sussex viewer. I know if there's like certain percentages of people watching Royal Sussex on a phone in comparison to um, television, PC. You know what I'm saying? It gives you a lot of information about who your core audience is. And then, of course, most of the viewers are in the United States and the United Kingdom, Canada, um, France, and so on and so on and so on. And just about I think every continent, there's somebody watching Royal Sussex 24 hours a day. There's somebody watching Royal Sussex. So, my point is Netflix, they have analytics and they can see what people are searching for. And then, of course, if that person has just signed up just so that they could watch Meghan, well, that means that Meghan has brought business to the Netflix. If you watch that trailer and you just decided to get your Netflix account and then watch that right after, they're going to assume that you did that because of the Sussexes. But there is something about the traffic, the viewership that is headed in the direction of Netflix that has made this a winning hand for both the network and for the Sussexes. Whether you like a person or not, as Ted Sarandos says, you're still watching. Doesn't matter whether you like them or not, you're still watching. And I mean watching every episode. One of those Deranger channels, actually, one of the squatties, um, I guess, trolls this person on their social media. And they saw where this person posted a message asking, where can I see the rest of the Drew Barrymore interview? They only saw the part, I think, on the couch, but none of the part in the kitchen because wherever this monster lives, it's not available. And for someone who just cannot stand Meghan Markle, you sure are going through a lot of trouble to make sure you don't miss a minute of it. And what is that called? Engagement. And what does engagement equal? Money. It equals money. The two things that are important to social media: ad revenue and, of course, your engagement, because your engagement gives them analytics. Your online profile, that data is what they use to know which direction the viewers are going. Not you as an individual so much as your socioeconomic group. That is very valuable. That's how Facebook makes their money, is from the data. The service is free, but that data helps them to tell the um, manufacturers and retailers and such, this person likes this, and now they're going out to buy some of those flower sprinkles. They put all that information together, and what comes up? The Meghan effect. The Meghan effect. I mean, they're able to know how Meghan has created wealth for other people. She has no kind of sponsorship deals with most of these people, but then she wears a t-shirt. I'll show you that later. She wears a t-shirt, and what happened? They proudly post it on their Instagram because that means cha-ching, money. Like the lady in Chicago on maternity leave. She had to leave her maternity leave and get off maternity leave early because some mom in California, a mom of two beautiful children, wore one of her shirts that Meghan had purchased or was gifted 2 years ago. And now her profits are way up. People are on a waiting list. I don't care how much you like or don't like Meghan, all of that translates into money for a lot of people, including the haters, unfortunately. So, yeah, we're learning a lot this week. That's all I can say is we are learning a lot. Okay. See what I mean? See what I mean? Yeah, exactly. It all translates into money. Engagement equals money. And the bottom line, unfortunately, that is what Some people, like right now, I'm looking at the web page or homepage for Feminagra, right? I'm looking at their this article with Meghan. And do you know some things that I was searching out on eBay is popping up? I was searching out some vintage clocks on eBay, and well, now they're all over the place because they are following me around the internet. So, Feminagra, because of my engagement, they're offering this free quality service, but fortunately, they will be compensated for it. So the article continues. It says the press, caught in its own misinformation, is scrambling to move the goalposts instead of acknowledging that With Love, Meghan found an audience. Critics now claim the renewal is undeserved. Once again, the pattern is familiar. Meghan's success are ignored. Her projects are trashed before they can be judged fairly, and the media's credibility continues to erode. I mean, this is some good writing here. This is some good writing. So, you guys, please make sure you see the link up there. Go ahead and sign up to Feminagra, and then share these. Please share these, especially people that you have trouble explaining things to, which is why I always recommend. Oh, what is her name? Is it? Oh, you know, the channel that I always say is a, you know, she only does a video like about once a month. Is it Duchess Royal? Anyway, um, it's a tool that you can use to help explain things, and also there's stuff, you know, that you can do by sharing some of this information, and in the long run, maybe some of those skeptics or some of those haters will get a chance to get an honest, good look at the truth instead of all of this made up malarkey. Hey, Big Mama's in the house. Thank you so much for being here, Big Mama. How the media set Meghan up to fail. The media set Meghan up to fail before With Love, Meghan even aired. For months, British and American media outlets spread false claims that Netflix was unhappy and planned to cancel the show. They use unnamed insiders to paint a picture of disaster, discouraging people from tuning in. In December 2024, the Daily Mail reported that Meghan's show may not see the light of day and called it make or break for her career. You know, having that kind of speculation happening around the clock in so many different areas, that has gotta be weird. That has gotta be weird. Knowing that there are people out there literally making up things to try to make you look as bad and unwanted and unnecessary, unneeded and untalented. That's when you really have to know yourself. That is when knowing yourself is so important, because if there's one thing no one could ever take away from you, and that is your talent, your wisdom, your talent, your intelligence, that's something that no one can take away from you. They can dislike you all they want, but they cannot take those things away from you. So, anyway, I'll let you guys check out the rest of that article on your own, but I like the direction they're moving in. And right here, you can see that With Love, Meghan, uh, Glow shared this today. Let me see. Meghan Sussex smashed it. With Love, Meghan. Weekend global chart placing was 10. Let me see. Weekend chart position for the key English speaking countries: number 7 in Australia, 8 in Canada, Ireland 6, New Zealand 7, South Africa 7, UK 7, and US 10. So that is how the week rounded up. All right. Yeah, because it's been out a week now, right? Yeah, it's been out a week. And of course, um, the first season ended with Meghan having a garden party, and it was absolutely bliss. Now, not everybody will be able to do everything that Meghan has shared on here, and that is very obvious, but there are still so many things that you can improvise, you can experiment. There are so many things that I can cook really well, and I didn't ask anybody for anything. I just, watched a few people and certain things I experimented and, changed a few things and made it my own. And it's, some things is better than others, but long as you can get in that kitchen and you can get the confidence, and not just the kitchen, but anywhere in your house, you can get that confidence from watching someone, do things. It's just one comedian. Oh my God. I'm not even going, of course, I'm not going to say her name, but they said she used to be a Meghan supporter. I find that hard to believe. And there she was. She made a video with this scowl on her face. Even if she ever said anything supportive, I don't think she ever really was. She is hopping on the bandwagon of hate. And she said, well, the first of all, she's trying to be so perfect and perfect. And I'm just like, did you watch it? Did you watch it? When Megan burned that sauce or had that pan on the brink of overflowing, that saucepan, they could have cut that out. When they threw the pot stickers on the countertop, they could have cut that out. But deliberately, they left these things in so that you know that it's not always going to be perfect. When they broke that shell of salt from the fish didn't look perfect. There's some restaurants, they won't even serve fish if it's broken. If that fish fillet is broken, they won't even serve it. And here, Megan's recording a, video of a lifestyle show. It didn't look perfect, but it did look presentable. It looked delicious. So when I keep hearing this theme about how she's trying to be so perfect, 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 I'm like, these people are not even watching it. They're not even watching it. Some people are like, oh, she has a staff, a team of people prepping all the food. And well, the people that work on the crew, they said that Megan would make sure that everybody tried everything they cooked. She would cut things into smaller pieces so that they can share it around and such. Um, it well, anyway. And then there are people who say that she don't even that she's this is not who she is. And I'm just like, all of the video footage out there of Megan doing this for years. And of course, the proposal. Um, was there a team of people that roasted the chicken that they had the night of the proposal? Or did Megan cook it? Megan is a foodie. She constantly spoke about food, gourmet food, um, grab and go, didn't matter. She spoke about food. That was her language, was food. And now they're trying to take that away from her. They're trying to make that not who she's been and who she is. They're trying to make it into some type of farce, like she's pretending. And such is the power of hatred that they are just making up lies. Oh, she wants to be so perfect, perfect, perfect. You didn't watch it, watch it, watch it. That's why you think she wants to be perfect, 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 because you didn't watch it, watch it, watch it. Next time, watch it, watch it, watch it, and then talk about how she's trying to be so perfect. Very, very like bizarre week because it is the very height of acknowledgement for Meghan's hard work. And then at the other end of the spectrum, you have these people still pulling out that old playbook, blowing the dust off of it, and turning the pages looking for another like scathing way to rebuke her and to tear her down. They just haven't given up yet. They went 7,000 miles or reached out 7,000 miles to speak to Thomas Markle as if there's anything new he has to offer. 7,000 miles. He's in the Philippines, in case you guys don't know. He did move to the Philippines. Don't be surprised if he gets married soon. Here's some photos from the night where Meghan met with the fans for the viewing party for some of the people that followed her for years on the Instagram. Oh, RS, thank you so much for the PayPal. Thank you very much for that. And as always, thank you for watching Royal Sussex. No, I think he's in the Philippines. I I know he's been to Thailand, but I do believe he is in the Philippines. Yeah, so anyway, you can get a nice top to bottom view of what Meghan was wearing for the occasion. And I wonder if that is well, cannot be a hotel suite, but wherever they are, there was a screening room, right? But that being New York, I'm pretty sure there's some kind of space where maybe they rented a mansion or something. I wonder. That is very interesting. I mean, it's so cool the way that this has got to be some type of like a banquet facility of some sort. I don't know, but I'm very curious about the space. Ah, there we go. Blue Salt. This is the second time I've seen a posting from them where Megan is concerned. Blue Salt, what is that? The perfect tea for elevating the everyday. Ah, okay. I don't remember Megan wearing that, but yeah, it looks good on her. It looks very good on her. And they posted this on their Instagram. Now, you guys may remember Karen Arms. She is a monarchist and she doesn't make any bones about it. She believes in the monarchy. She supports the royal family. However, she got to a point where she got pretty fed up with the way things have evolved since Queen Elizabeth died. And she has made some very, very snarky comments about Kitty and Willie, Charles and Godzilla. And here she says, what is this? Oh, there it is. Her Royal Highness, the Princess of Wales, formerly known as Kate Middleton, is the most searched royal in Iran and Bulgaria. Some royal tours await those countries. Can you hear the sarcasm? Can you hear the sarcasm? Rather than just come out and say, oh, check it out. Look who is the most searched person. Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, is green, followed by Prince Harry, who's yellow. And then, of course, there is William is blue all the way at the bottom, and Kate Middleton is red just above William. So for whatever period of time, March the 7th through the 11th, I think it is. Oh, that's the 4th to the 7th, the 7th. Anyway, Meghan has been the most searched member of that entire royal, what is it? What is it? Goat cheese. What's the name of that family? Goat cheese. Something. Let me see. It is. Their German name. It's goat cheese something. Uh, um, yeah. Oh, Saxe-Coburg goat cheese. Yeah, the Saxe-Coburg goat cheese family. They, the most popular member of that family is, of course, the Duchess of Sussex. I mean, you look at those searches for Meghan, and it's off the chart. Oh, they'll love her over there in Iran. They will love her over there, especially the modesty police. Long as she doesn't allow her, dress to blow up in the air, I think they'll love her just fine because, they don't like women to be too proud or too free. So I think she'll fit in just perfect. Yeah, she's like one light switch away from becoming a Stepford wife. So they would love her over there. Yeah, Heather Stroud, they keep trying to stir up problems between Pamela Anderson's production and Meghan's production. If anybody out there could look in the mirror and say to themselves, I don't believe Pamela Anderson is happy about the comparisons, then they're lying to themselves and they're lying to others. Nobody, and I do mean nobody, I don't know anybody who knows that Pamela Anderson has a lifestyle cooking show. I don't know anybody who was aware of that. But thanks to the Duchess of Sussex and these ridiculous comparisons that have been made by the tabloid media, now there is so many more people that know about it. And I like Pamela Anderson. I'd probably watch it. If I come across it, I'll watch it. Don't have a problem. They're two very different people. And I keep hearing people saying Martha Stewart, Martha Stewart, Martha Stewart. Nobody mentions B. Smith, B. Smith, B. Smith. And especially nobody mentions Julia Childs. Now, the format may be very different, but come on now, let's give some credit to Julia Childs. Okay? Let's give her some credit. And of course, Sue Ann Nivens. And if you don't know who Sue Ann Nivens is, you can be forgiven for that. But don't forget Sue Ann Nivens and her souffle. Huh? Am I going back now? Don't forget Sue Ann Nivens. Oh, what is this? Most searched member of the royal family. This is from 2023, but check it out. It's no different from this. In 2023, searches for Meghan more than doubled the next person, Harry, more than doubled, almost triple the searches for Kitty. Charles, of course, with the coronation and everything, well, fine. And then, of course, there's Willie Leaks, Godzilla, um, fine. But Meghan is at the top of that chart. This is not popularity. And you guys, when it comes to the popularity chart, I want you to bear in mind something. There are a lot of people that they ask the question, who is your favorite royal? Or who is the most popular royal? You do know a lot of people believe that Harry and Meghan are no longer royals, that they're no longer members of the royal family. So I don't know how they pose that question. I don't know what the demographics are, whether it's 1,000 or 2,000 people. I do believe that information is very skewed in favor of the royal family, of course, because there are a lot of people who believe that stepping away from official royal duty means that you're no longer royal. It's like the tactic that heretic in the White House uses by saying, I don't even know if she's qualified to run, right? Remember, he did that to that Republican, what's her name? Whatever her name is, the one of those Republican ladies, because her parents were born, I think they were born in India. He started this little drumbeat. I don't even think she's qualified. I don't know if she would qualify. See, what he does is he started a whispering campaign to try to delegitimize his opponent. Like 5 years of yelling, um, Obama's not an American, that he's a Muslim from Jakarta or Kenya, all of that whispering, it paid off. It helped him get in the White House. This is why we have to push back at stuff like that, because if you don't present an alternative, in our case, the truth, then people will believe the worst of it because there are no alternative messages. And even then, it may be too late, but we could try to make sure that they learn the truth. Now, we're going to go to Prince Harry. Take a look here. Hey, Legs. Prince Harry was very interested in meeting firefighters, bands, and supporters of the 1805 fundraiser Saturday in Santa Barbara. The concert proceeds go to mental wellness and first responders in Santa Barbara and LA agencies, also musicians who lost homes in the fire. So Harry is still reaching out to people in the community. As you know, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex spent some time in the greater Los Angeles area, you know, during or after the fires, to help support. Um, and that also took on a life of its own, but you got to ignore the noise and just be who you are. So they were out there. Harry even hunted down a donut for someone, even though they didn't even have donuts available. And when you're Harry and Meghan, it's best to stick to your core beliefs. and not be sidetracked by petty criticism and such. And I'm very proud of them because after all of that noise, what happened? Meghan goes to that charity where that young lady was and boosted their resources. And these are just what, like maybe the third time we saw some images of Harry since the fires where he was supporting the first responders. If you guys remember, he had met with first responders that were from other states that it came to help. And this charity right here, this is probably the third time that I know of where he made himself available to them to help with a fundraiser. And those people love him. That's why they keep inviting him. They don't even put his name on the list, but he's usually the guest of honor, and it's a good thing. It's a good thing because it makes him part of the community, and of course, being a veteran, he has that connection to civil servants and people in uniform and such. So good on you, Harry. And here's another one from that night. And another. That looks like the guy on the right. That looks like Wozniak, the other guy from Apple. Maybe not, but um, yeah, one of the other founders of Apple, Wozniak. From the back, he looks like Wozniak. And then here's a group shot. Okay, I don't think that's Wozniak. See there? He's the guy on the far right side. I don't think that's him. All right. Now, even check that out. Even the Mirror is talking about it. Remember the other day I told you that Kate was excluded from one of the royal family posts? I mean, look at that. Kate Middleton excluded from royal family posts in disrespectful omission. Remember they had the post of, well, I'll show you. I'll show you. This one. The royal family they posted these images of all of the royal women who were photographed by other women. And it was for the International Women's Day. We are showcasing the royal family's long-standing support for female photographers, which stretches back as far as the advent of photography in the mid 1800s. So where is Kitty? Where's Kitty? Kitty is nowhere to be found. You got Queen Elizabeth, you got Queen Godzilla, you got Queen Victoria, right? You have Princess Royal, Princess Anne, also known as, of course, Afro Annie. And you got Queen Alexandra. And oh, by the way, did you guys know that Sophie Wessex is in New York City right now? Sophie Wessex is there, and it has barely been a blip on the radar. I'm pretty sure that the local media has no idea that she's there. And if somebody told them, they'll probably be like, uh, uh, muh. But yeah, she's in New York. This is another one of her trips to New York where you would only know about it because you heard me mention it. But other than that, barely a blip on the radar. But no Kitty. Kate is not mentioned. Now, they could have mentioned Kate just for the sake of Kate being a photographer herself. Nothing. Nothing. I'm sure she's and someone said the other day that she had been photographed for Vogue magazine by Annie Leibovitz. Now, I'd never heard that before, but I guess it's true. I remember that Vogue magazine cover. So, um, yeah, where is she? They should have mentioned her, but they did not. She was just, oh, thank you. I like that, sidelined. Yeah, she was put on the sideline. You know, this is my new favorite photo of Kate. I like it because it makes her look so much healthier. Her face is full, and I keep getting this urge to tilt my head every time I look at it. You know what I mean? My head starts tilting over. It starts listing to one side like the Andrea Doria before it slipped under the waves when it was torpedoed that time. That's what keeps happening to me. My head starts listing to one side. I think they call that the power of suggestion. But whatever is going on here, I think that her face looks very full, and that's a good thing. Obviously, whatever was ailing her, she has recovered, and going forward and such, all of the members of the family that I have met, going forward and things, and yeah, I do. You know what? To be fair, we have to reach out to Kensington Palace. We just have to. We have to reach out to Kensington Palace. It's only fair. Oh, you know what? Let's go here.
But the question for Kate came from a White House reporter, and it was about family.
Your Royal Highness, do you have any wishes for your new niece, Lilibet?
Oh, I wish her all the very best. I can't wait to meet her because we haven't yet met her yet. So hopefully that will be soon.
Some of life's guiltiest pleasures. Oh, how many times have I watched this? Oh, oh. Oh, I'd like to meet her because we because we haven't quite met her. And right after that, they shut down that interview. Yep, they shut it down. What was supposed to be a conference involving educators and Dr. Jill Biden and that royal princess with her vanity degree in art ended abruptly, much to the shock of Jill Biden. It was almost over before it started. Oh, that was the code word for get me out of here. Oh. 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 That was code for y'all, please get me out of here. So they shut it down before she exposed exactly how inept, how special sauce she is. Yeah, special sauce. Before any of that was revealed to the greater public, they decided, you know what? We better shut this down because this has already gotten out of hand. Oh, 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 I like to meet her because I haven't quite met her. Oh. Oh, oh. Now, Nana. Got a little Nana update for you guys. Nana Akua. Nana, who always has that resting Nana face. I did share this with you all, didn't I? I want to do it again. I don't know if I did or not. No, I didn't. I didn't. Okay. I like her. The lady on the right side. Now, she is a royal reporter. She does write for the Daily Mail. Although I tried to find the article to see if she has ever slandered the Duchess of Sussex. And I could not find anything. But I'll say this. She put Nana in her place. She really did put Nana in her place. And Nana did not like it. Let me get this going for you. Nana did not cotton too well to being put into her place.
Thank you very much. Your feelings don't change the facts. Joining me, presenter.
Your feelings don't change the facts.
Journalist Ellen Coughlin. Ellen, thank you very much for joining us today. What about the title, though? The fact that she's keeping the title, but she said it's going to be, she wants to have a family name. The family name is Mountbatten-Windsor. I don't know whether she's confused about how that all works out, but she's saying that Sussex is the family name and all that, but she hates the UK. She's made it quite clear. There's no secret there, as does Harry, so it would appear she doesn't want to set foot in this country at all. Do you not think it's a bit of an insult to people of this country that she wants to keep the title and, of course, a place name, Sussex, which is in the UK? She's probably never set foot in it.
Do you know what? I was kind of surprised myself when I saw her wanting to use the term Sussex, but I did a bit of research afterwards, and although it's unconventional for royals to do that, it's not uncommon. Harry and William both used the name Wales, so it was Harry Wales in the military and in school. It's the same with William's children. When they go to school, it's Charlotte Wales. Also, if you look at Sophie, Duchess of Edinburgh, she's often referred to as Sophie Wessex, even though that is not her surname. It is the former title of her husband, the Earl of Wessex. So this does happen within the royal family. It's not uncommon.
The point is that she hates this country. And I don't think I'm saying anything out of turn here. She doesn't want to come here. So it just seems a bit odd that if they hate this place so much, why you would want to keep this Sussex brand and title. Well, it's a place in the UK.
Yeah, sure. And I have a theory that they're leaning into the Sussex title now. Now, I don't know for sure. This is just a theory. But maybe because of the feud with the royal family, I feel like they're trying to distance themselves from the Windsor name because that's the name of his family. But he still wants to hold on to his roots, which would be the Sussex title that Queen Elizabeth gave him. And it's also the title that their children have. So as a family unit, I'd imagine this is why they want to use that title.
I love the mental gymnastics you did to try and explain that one. That was great.
Their name because that's the name of his family, but he still wants to hold on to his roots, which would be the Sussex title that Queen Elizabeth gave him. And it's also the title that their children have. So as a family unit, I'd imagine this is why they want to use that title.
I love the mental gymnastics you did to try and explain that one. That was great. I suspect the reason they did it is because there's money in that title. And if they lost all connection with the royal family, they wouldn't be able to monetize their connection anymore. And I suspect that is why they really want to do it. And they proved that in the documentaries and things that they've sold on the back of it, books and everything, all on the back of the titles.
No matter how you feel about it personally, it's still their title and it is still their name, and they are entitled to use it if they want to. Like facts, your feelings don't change the facts.
Your feelings don't change the facts. Your feelings don't change the facts. I think Nana kind of got on her nerves when she said, "Oh, I love the mental gymnastics that it took for you to get that." You just said mental gymnastics as though her telling you the facts means that she is going around the bend and back trying to come up with some way to articulate what is a fact. The fact is, it is Harry's and Meghan's to use or not use as they choose. It is theirs to use or to not use. It's up to them to decide. And the facts do not care about your feelings. The facts don't care about how you feel. Yeah. And that's why she said it, I believe, is because that was very insulting for Nana to say that to her. Oh, I see the mental gymnastics that you use. That was great. And of course, Nana went through the whole list of things. See, she has a little script that she uses. They're trying to monetize the titles. They only want the titles because they can monetize it. They know that there's value. It does not matter. Meghan is using Meghan and Meghan Sussex now, right? If she was never anything but Meghan Markle, Meghan Sussex, Duchess of Sussex, it does not matter. At the core of all of those different names is Rachel Meghan Markle, the Duchess of Sussex, Meghan Sussex. It does not matter what you call her. She is still that girl, okay? She is going to be a princess of the realm forever. She's going to be a princess of the realm. Her name is in Burke's Peerage. Her name is recorded as part of the British aristocracy. That's not going to change. You can even try to take her name out of there, and she will still have the history of having been married to that miserable family. So the facts don't care about your feelings. It does not matter. You don't need any mental gymnastics for that. It's just a fact. And the facts are what they are. Isn't that some huge hair? Isn't that some huge hair? I thought she was going to lighten it up a bit, and she's come back. It looks like she's sewn two wigs together. Oh, that wig fell off the back of a truck. He gave it to her. It fell off the back of a it fell off the back of a truck. You know, they always anytime somebody like her fiance gives you a gift, chances are it fell off the back of a truck. They just happened to walk along and it fell off the back of a truck. And if anything looked like it fell off the back of a truck and at a certain point got run over a couple of times, it's that wig. Yeah, that's a lot of hair. That's a lot of hair. Now that she's engaged, she's feeling extra girly, like she just took a hormone shot. She's getting so girly, like she just took some estrogen. She got those imaginary hips and everything now. She's feeling so girly. Ooh, she's so girly. Girly, girly, girly. She's feeling extra girly, like she just took a hormone shot. So she can never have her hair too big. I can see she's starting to lay into that gold eyeshadow again. She's not going to be satisfied till she look like the mother of a solid gold dancer. You know, I want to hear her say that again. You know, I want to hear her say that again.
if they lost all connection with the royal family, they wouldn't be able to monetize their connection anymore. And I suspect that is why they really want to do it. And they proved that in the documentaries and things that they've sold on the back of it, books and everything, all on the back of the titles.
No matter how you feel about it personally, it's still their title and it is still their name, and they are entitled to use it if they want to. Like, facts, your feelings don't change the facts.
Your feelings don't change the facts, Missy. And you know when you say Missy, what you really mean. Your feelings don't change the facts, Missy. Now, I'm trying to explain this to you. It's been a while since we've had this conversation. Some of you all have reached out to me with fascination about Nana's wigs. Why does it look so strange? Why does it seem like it's going to envelop her and then eventually take out the entire production studio? The reason why is, well, there was no early warning system for Pompeii. But nowadays, geologists have ways to predict seismic activity. So if you take a look there, what's happening with Nana, I'm afraid that this personality may not really be her own. There's a part of me that believes, based on science, that just like a tectonic plate, once those two plates rub together, in this case, her head and that wig, it causes friction, right? And that friction results in things like earthquakes and pumice and such, magma rising up to the top. But for Nana and her wig, the pumice and magma is her personality, that volatile, toxic personality. And also, you know that volcanic activity, which is generated from the tectonic plates rubbing against each other, that's what causes earthquakes. See, when those two tectonic plates, or in this case, her head and that wig, when those things meet, there's a lot of energy that is displaced, right? And so it causes an uplift of one plate right on top of the other. Or in this instance, it's caused an uplift of that wig on top of that head. And anyway, there's a bit of an earthquake going on. That's why she has that resting Nana face. See there? See what I mean? Let's see. Falling off the back of the truck. Is that the same as the 5-finger discount, aka stealing? Well, I will have to allege at least one of those, but or two of those. But yes, it's generally the same thing. And thank you so much for the super chat. Yeah, thank you, Vaughn. So yeah, that's a bit of geology, as I understand it, is that there's a great deal of energy that is being, stirred up, and it has to go somewhere. See? So if you wonder why she's so unpleasant, just think of the very natural phenomenon that happens, for millions of years, and that is when the two plates meet, her wig and that head, it causes a disruption. And instead of having a volcano, all of that bad energy is coming out of her mouth. It just comes flying out of her mouth. See there? And it also affects her personality. Her personality, those are the tremors. The actual volcanic activity, well, that that is, you can compare that to the stuff coming out of her mouth. And the gold eyeshadow, that is the pumice stone. That is the pumice. No, that's the ash. That is the ash. See there? That eyeshadow, that little byproduct of the two plates rubbing together, that's the ash. And she just puts the ash, it's very sustainable. You just take the ash and you just, take your finger and you just rub it across the top of your eye. And all of that is what it takes to make Nana Akua. And of course, she's not the only one. There's also Angela Levin. She also wears a wig. I don't know if she has any kind of volcanic uh, geological activity, but aside from just looking rather strange, I can't tell you. And then, of course, when things get too far out of hand, Nana, in a fit of rage, just snatches that wig off her head and whirl it around and fling it out of the window. There have been so many sightings of wigs scattered about her community. As a matter of fact, the wig is in the air. Yeah. Instead of love is in the air, the wig is in the air. There were sightings of wigs flying around her place, and um, we're not going to rat her out. But if the authorities approach us, then we'll have to tell them that, you know, we're not going to lie to the authorities. We're going to tell them that those rogue wigs that are flying around, like those grocery store bags getting stuck in the tree, clogging the sewer and everything, that is, in all likelihood, Nana. That is Nana. She wasn't always Nana that you see today. There was a time when she was younger and fun and spontaneous and dare I say attractive. But because of her hostility and hatred for seemingly for all humanity, she has become something rather unpleasant, a bit of a monster, if you will. And it's just really sad. I wish she would go back to those days when she was leading the aerobic class and staying out of grown folks' business, but that's not who she is anymore. Now she is little more than a paid professional gossip. So cheers, Nana. I hope things get better for you before they have to get a conservator and put you away. I hope things get better before they have to assign you a conservator. Of course, it don't matter because she ain't got no money. I can tell you right now, she ain't got no money. She ain't making that much money. She doing a little better than a barista at Starbucks. Yeah, she ain't got no money now. But I'm sure she's doing okay. But there won't be any discussions about Nana's millions and whether or not it was fair to give her a conservator because that's for people with real money, not for somebody whose estate consists of 3 wigs, one designer handbag, some used Ferragamo pumps, a loofah sponge, and a bus pass. That ain't much of an estate. So you ain't got to worry about anybody quarreling over her estate. She ain't got one. Why does every time she says something, it seems like she start off with Prince Harry? Sounds like a teamster, right? Maybe there's some ancient primal language that has been extinct for probably about 300-400 years, and the only last living, breathing person that still speaks that language is Nana. It's an ancient tongue called Akua. It's not just her last name, that's the language she speaks, Akua. Poor Nana, she can't help it. She was born with a silver wig in her mouth. Yeah, but she is. She's a dreadful individual. And I hope that this wedding, this engagement, I hope it brings her happiness and maybe she could leave other people alone instead of sitting up there spouting out all of that negativity. And it could go on the back of the book.
Reign that King Charles may never be. Prince Harry. Prince Harry. Prince Harry. Prince Harry.
Yeah. Well, that clicking sound, I think that is the tectonic plate shifting. That's what I think it is. When you hear that ticking sound, that is the tectonic plate shifting. I think we just sorted it out, you guys. That is the tectonic plate shifting.
Prince Harry.
All right. Let's move on. So yesterday I shared this with you. This is another one of my favorite moments. I'll just play it that one time for anyone who did not get a chance to experience it yesterday. But Jeannie Bond seems to have a case of amnesia. She forgot she's a royal reporter. And anyway, we might as well enjoy the fact that she forgot that. It's almost like she bumped her head and she forgot she's supposed to be mean, that she's supposed to make up stuff. So while she's, acting the right way, let's just appreciate it for what it is.
Is that the correct reaction, that you didn't mind the show?
I didn't mind it at all. In fact, I found it rather pleasant, very, very gentle, nice wallpaper. It was pretty. It really annoys me when people have commented after, well, the pylon of criticisms annoyed me. But people said, well, where is the substance? Where is the substance? This is a lifestyle show. It's frilly, it's frothy, it's pleasant. Oh, it's like sitting there having honey dribble in your mouth. I mean, what do you expect? What kind of substance? And I was pleasantly surprised. I watched it because I was doing a radio interview about it immediately afterwards. I only watched the first one. And I thought, well, this is quite interesting. I even picked up one or two little tips, It was interesting to watch Meghan making candles, which she hadn't done before. I thought it was most interesting. You have bath bombs, and if you put a bath bomb in, you get all that stuff that comes out of it, all the flowery bits and everything gets stuck down your plug hole, and you've got to clean the bath. Well, she decided to put all those bits and pieces in a little bag, little tea bag with a ribbon, and put that in your bath. That's quite clever, isn't it? So I don't understand why everyone in the media seems to have decided to say it's absolutely the worst thing ever on television. I thought it was quite charming. Good on her.
You spent a lot more time than most people with Princess Diana, which of course I am very, very envious of. Can you imagine Diana doing something like this, or is this not necessarily the path she would have gone down?
No, I don't think Diana would have done anything like this. Not because it was beneath her, but because she had different. She did have rather more serious ideas and campaigns, perhaps. But this is what Meghan Markle, as she was good at before she met Harry. I mean, she was an influencer. She was a stylist or a lifestyle guru. She was doing very well, and she's gone back, as she says, to her roots. Why are we knocking her? Why are people making all these unpleasant headlines and knocking her? I just think, I think it's become quite cruel.
What about Fergie? Because Fergie's kind of spent time.
Isn't that something? She doesn't want to hear anything pleasant about Meghan. Kinsey Schofield. She won't respond or agree in any way. The only response is, well, what about Diana? What about Sarah, Duchess of York? That's the only answer that she has, is to try and, I guess, pin it on. I don't know exactly what that question was about. I don't think she was looking for any commonality or anything like that. It was probably trying to lead or guide the conversation to a way that she can start trashing Meghan. She doesn't have it compared to Jeannie Bond. She's a lightweight. Jeannie Bond is old school, so you can't really sit up there and try to lead the conversation away from the point that Jeannie Bond is making, because you ain't been around long enough for that. You're a lightweight, a kid in comparison. So all of the emotional outbursts and crying over Kate and all that kind of stuff is real clever. Everything works out when everyone is in agreement. But the minute someone goes in the other direction, she doesn't know how to address them. It just goes to show she's really not that talented. The biggest contribution that she's made is just that she's been around. She'd been around LA. She'd tried reality shows and all that kind of stuff, but she's a lightweight. She's not a very good journalist. She's not good. She's just available. And right now, the backdrop, that is her living room. And good on her that she's able to scratch out a living like that. But she really needs to keep Meghan's name out of her mouth. She really do. Put down that Tammy Faye Baker makeup and try to do some real work. Stop trying to look like Tammy Faye and pretending to be Barbara Walters, because neither one of those things are working for you, sweetie. Okay. The Princess of Wales joined the royal family at Westminster Abbey for a Commonwealth Day service yesterday. The princess, who missed the event last year owing to her cancer diagnosis, chose a Catherine Walker dress and a Gia Foster hat for the occasion. But in the small print, which is what I just shared with you, you can see it says Catherine Walker dress and Gina Foster hat. Well, one of the squatties was noticed that and said, "Not so happy at arrival. Focus on her work." Yeah, we're supposed to focus on her work. Gone are the days when the only thing that you had to say about Kate Middleton was, don't her hair look nice? What is she wearing? Oh, that's a beautiful dress, blah, blah, blah. There is no there. It's unfortunate that for Kate, the only thing that's been interesting in all the 20 years that she's been around that family, 20 plus years, the only thing that has been interesting was the cancer or whatever it was. That's it. Aside from that, it's been like the world is collectively watching paint dry. The world is collectively watching water boil, right? It is a very slow and deliberate process. And at the end of the day, you don't know that she hasn't done anything because she doesn't really do anything. She's about as shallow as a glass of water. If it wasn't for this whole cancer thing, I doubt if most people would have taken notice of her in 2024. It took a global mystery, a global mystery. It took her becoming the laughing stock of planet Earth for her to garner as much attention as she did. Because if you wait for her talent to carry the day, you'll be waiting, and you'll be waiting and waiting and waiting. The next big thing that happens for her is likely being crowned alongside her husband at the Westminster Abbey. And after that, it will, in all likelihood, be another coronation or funeral coronation, whatever. That is the only interesting thing that you can expect from her the rest of her life. Other than that, she's got nothing. Nothing. The whole shape of us and the early years and all that, nothing. She didn't go on a talk show and try to explain it. She hasn't written a book or anything like that. Nothing. That's it. So we may as well talk about her hat, her coat, her dress, that oversized necklace, choker, whatever it's supposed to be, because that's all you got, sweetie. You don't have anything else. Melba toast. Melba toast. As dry as Melba toast. They tried to work the world into a frenzy. Kate's first time back at the Commonwealth Day. I didn't see it trending on the 6 o'clock news, did you? Not I. Outside of the United Kingdom, I don't think anybody noticed. That one big move going back to trooping the colors, okay, that made the evening news in most places. But aside from that, you ain't got nothing. Not a thing. It's going to take a emergency trip to, what is it, George V Hospital, wherever she went that time. It's going to take another emergency motorcade to get people to notice you. Either that or a coronation, funeral, something like that. But you ain't got a whole lot to look forward to. And talk about airbrush. Can we talk about airbrushed? Why have they airbrushed about, I'm going to be very generous. They have airbrushed about 20 years off of her. She looks like a flight attendant from some mid-century airline. They have taken about 20 years off of her. I mean, at a glance, if you didn't know who she was, there's no way you would think that is a 43-year-old woman. No way. She has been so airbrushed that it almost looks like something at Madame Tussauds. But that's the real Kate. That's the real Kate. That is the one who emerged from the state Bentley. That's the real Kate. Kate before she remembered, oh, I got to smile. I mean, they airbrushed that photo. I haven't done anything to either one of these. They really airbrushed that photo. And then, of course, that disgraceful move where she stepped out the state Bentley for the Korean president looking like a pack of chicken legs. And if you notice where it says disgraceful, you can see she has that long dress beneath. I don't understand why you can get out the car perfectly here, but over there, I believe it's just that whatever she was wearing was very short. William is going to be king soon. He doesn't need his wife showing off her backside, um, like she was when they first got married, where her dress kept blowing up. He doesn't need that anymore. He has evolved. It's not cute like it used to be. But it seems like there was a desperate cry for help when she emerged from that Bentley, and it looks like she just took her hands and just started, adjusting everything. So when she steps out the car, all you see are legs. Because just like when she was a self-conscious, shy teenager, and I'm going to get real psychological here, that was all she had. Her biggest talent when she was younger was those pretty legs. Everybody loves her legs. And so at age 43, soon to be 44, or is she 44 now? 43. She emerges from the state Bentley showing more legs than a Las Vegas showgirl. Disgraceful. That is a plea for help. That is desperation. Nobody's paying attention to her. So she came up with this clever scheme with whoever dresses her to wear something very, very short. So when the cameras watch me get out the car, well, we all know what happened. And that's in comparison to Kate on the right side, where she steps out rather demure. Yeah. I know game when I see it, and that was game. She did that deliberately. And they talked about it in the papers and everything, but we all know if that was any other member of the family or a certain member of the family, we'd never heard the end of it. We'd never heard the end of it. That's like Thomas Markle. He loves to show off his leg. Thomas Markle likes to show off his leg. He got that little wonky leg going on. Be pop locking. Got that little knee thing going on. It's like he doesn't have a knee. That right leg can go any direction. Any direction. Anyway. There you go. See what I mean? That right leg, it can go any direction. Shake it up, shake it down, move it in, move it out. Thomas Marco. Step it up, step it down. Take your foot, twist it round. Thomas Marco. Yeah. Don't even ask me what that's supposed to mean. I have no idea. Excuse me. Oh, and of course, The Bobbsey twins. Check it out. Maybe she was a little bothered by that the prime minister's wife seemed to know exactly. I wonder if the prime minister's wife did that on purpose. I wonder if she did that on purpose. That would be so much fun. Oh, a trainee Baptist minister arrested for shouting, "Who elected him? Who elected him?" during a ceremony for King Charles, or for the king rather, who elected him during a ceremony for the king, described the experience as bizarre, and he settled legal action and was compensated. So, yeah, I believe they're talking about that day. When they shot off those guns. Okay, like the cannons. I think it was at St. James Castle or St. James Palace when they shot off those guns when they announced him king or whatever. I think that was the occasion when the guy yelled, "Who elected him?" Because there were a lot of people that were booing and such when they made the official proclamation that Charles is now the king. I think that was the occasion. And how odd is this? There's a video of Charles from today where he was doing CPR on a mannequin. And one of the squatties thought it looked like it was a metaphor. Yeah. One of the squatties took that as a metaphor, like it is class imitating life, art imitates life. Yeah, I guess in a roundabout way, you could say that it is kind of one and the same, isn't it? Because definitely the monarchy seems to be on its last leg, but I don't know, just one of those bizarre coincidences that the man who they say will be the last king or could be the last king is trying to save the life of an inanimate object, which, by the way, that inanimate object is not Kate Middleton. So, Prince William hands out red cards as he plays soccer referee following big day with Kate Middleton. And then there on the right side, it says the lack of engagement is astonishing for a popular future king married to a popular future queen. Well, what, pray tell, is I Am Sage speaking of? Well, let me show you. Prince William joins a lesson with participants on the course. And as you can see, those young people, maybe it just hasn't sunk in yet that is the future king of England, Scotland, Wales, Northern Ireland, and all of the offshore accounts and protectorates and such, that they're sitting at the table with a billionaire crown prince, the Prince of Wales. And for some reason, they have garnered all of the enthusiasm that they are capable of. That means that they haven't fallen asleep or slumped down in the chair or anything. They are politely letting him get the photos that he needs, and then he can go and get in somebody else's face. But as per usual, the royals think everybody wants to be around them. If a picture speaks 1,000 words, what is this one saying? They are just not into him. They're just not into him. And neither are these kids. I mean, they're just like, on my mama. They better get me away from him. On my mama. Oh, kind of sad, isn't it? Kind of sad. You can't just use everybody's kids. That's the moral of the story. And lastly, I'm going to say this, as I said the other day, the sun does not ask permission to shine, and neither do you. You shouldn't ask anybody for permission to shine. Just do it. Just do it. Live your every uh, uh, beautiful, what do you call it? Productive, professional, lively, humorous. Be all of those things you need to be. Don't downplay yourself. Don't dial it down for someone else's sake. It's not worth it. Not worth it. Um, Learn how to inhabit a space without intimidating people, because some of you are so powerful that it can be intimidating. But don't downplay the tower. Don't power, that is. Don't turn that down. Don't tone down the power. If you're brilliant, you just are. That's all to it. You don't have to ask permission. So, anyway, thank you all very much. And I'm going to call it a night. Love you guys. Thank you for watching. Royal Sussex. Happy birthday again, Cookies and Cream. And don't forget, we are sending some prayers out to, wait, don't tell me. Don't tell me. We're sending out some prayers to, yes, there we go. To Jose Williams. We're sending out some prayers to Jose Williams, who has been in the hospital for 10 days. Now, you know, if you're in the hospital for 10 days, you needed to be in the hospital for 10 days. That is someone who definitely deserves our prayers. So, okay, thank you. And I will see you all tomorrow.
How's it look, Meghan? You're looking amazing, Meghan.